My name is Annalee Martin. I'm 24 years old. I'm from the West Georgia area, but I graduated from Billerica High School in 2015. I'm majoring in elementary education and I'd like to minor in Spanish. I chose to attend the University of West Georgia because that was always my original plan as a high schooler. I was accepted to the university back in 2015, but I decided it just wasn't the right time for me. But I'm getting back on track with my plan, and I'd like to be a first-generation college graduate. Today I'm going to tell you about 3 events that have happened in my life that would let you get to know me a little better. Those 3 events are marriage, having children, and deployment. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is marriage. The day of our wedding wasn't a huge commotion or anything. We got married at the courthouse. We got married on December 30th because the courthouse is closed on holidays. So that was as close as we could get to New Year's Eve. But the whole concept of marriage is what made it such a huge event. Neither my husband and I are very religious or anything, but we both come from families with divorced parents and parents that were kind of in and out of our lives. So marriage for us is forever, especially after we decided to have children. We knew that no matter what, we would always do anything to make our marriage work. The second thing I'm going to tell you about is having children. Becoming a parent is a surreal experience. It's crazy to think that these little people that run your whole life one day didn't exist. I don't even remember what I used to fill my days with. There's not a thought that goes through my head that doesn't concern them. There's not a decision I don't make that I'm not going to think about how it's going to affect their lives or their futures. And I know that not everybody needs to have children to feel fulfilled, but when my kindergarten teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I said, a mommy. So here I am. The third thing I'm going to tell you about is deployment. My husband has been on 2 deployments in his military career. The first one, though, my daughter was 6 weeks old. I was only 19 years old, so I moved back home with my mom. The second deployment, I had a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old. So I wasn't really on my own, but it was my first time on my own. And it was just a huge moment of personal growth for me, kind of figuring out who I am on my own. And it was also a huge moment of growth for our relationship and our marriage. So those are 3 events that have happened in my life: marriage, having children, and deployment, that kind of give you insight to who I am as a person and that have shaped who I am today. It's crazy to think that those 3 things have all happened in the last 5 years, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next 5.